In one fell swoop, FASTSIGNS of Bloomington, Indiana went from 0 installers and 0 bucket trucks to 5 installers and 2 Elliots. How? By purchasing the company that was doing their installs.
I had a sign company. My niche was third-party work.
For the years we've known each other, and his crew's been pretty consistent too. You've had the same guys for years, and so we got to know them as well.
So I just approached Mike one day and said, hey, I'm ready to get out of this, and you should buy me, and I'll come to work and run it for you, and it'll be good.
We had a lot of back-end work, install work that was going on. So too, if Rise were to leave for good, it's like, we got to start from scratch.
And so began the sign service and lighting division for FASTSIGNS of Bloomington.
It's hard to find folks in the industry that truly have the front to back end capabilities that we're able to have here.
Between the two of us, he has the better business mind, and I have the knowledge and the skills, and the guys that have that as well. So it's really a perfect marriage.
When we delivered the new van ladder, I asked Mike what motivated him to add another truck to his fleet.
So I started looking, running the Elliots, and they've got some years on, and Jeff's done a great job with the truck. Started looking at, factors such as fuel, maintenance cost, and some flexibility as well. And so that's kind of what led to the van ladder is, the ability to pull into a spot in a strip center and just be ready to rock and roll. Having those trucks with the Elliots, really trying to extend their life by rotating them in and out instead of being on the road each day. So we're really trying to extend their life. We still need, the crane capabilities, things of that nature, but still save cost on the repair and maintenance and the fuel costs on that.
I've been in the sign industry for almost 25 years, and basically everything that I could want in a truck as far as accessories and making life easier, installing banners and patterns and all that, you guys have looked at it and done it, and the chariot basket rotation is, that's really key too. I mean, that's huge, because sometimes that's the difference between getting a 15-foot raceway on the wall and not, is if you can get that extra angle.
Yeah, it goes back to flexibility, right? So those tools creates flexibility in the fact with your labor force, and the fact that those tools help one person accomplish his job frees up labor for your other jobs, right?
Right.
So that's a key.
A lot of times we will send 2 guys because we do a lot of work in areas where there's a lot of pedestrian. But this bucket will definitely allow one guy to be in the bucket and one guy to be on the ground, where a lot of times we would have to send 3 guys to do that, because you got to 2 guys in the bucket and a guy on the ground. So any way you look at it, it basically eliminates the need for one person.
Which goes to the fact that you guys have thought of all the details of the situation for our industry.
I think that's where it's cool, as opposed to having the 2 technicians in the bucket, what our bigger Elliott trucks would be, is utilizing those attachments, those extra tools.
Having a truck under CDLs, so that gives us more versatility as well.
This truck, any of our guys can run it. We got 4 guys that don't have CDL that can now go out in a truck and get stuff done.
I think even in bigger applications, they'll be super handy. Not just in the smaller applications. You're doing all your lifting, your heavier lifting with the big truck, and then using the van ladder to kind of do the finish work. I was impressed because the way the box is designed, there's room where you can put a 4-drawer tool chest in there, instead of having everything like in our Elliots, we have them in big tool bags. Well, if you got them in a chest, you just pull out a drawer and your stuff's in there, and it's a lot more organized. And the big thing about these service trucks when you're out working on them is being able to have the tools that you need where you need them and get to them quick, because it's all about being efficient, getting in, getting out and getting the job done. With the design that you guys have on that box, I mean, having the 50-foot or the 50-inch wide area in there, and then over 12 foot long, that you can haul anything 4 by 12. You can stack, if you have raceway signs, you can stack those in there. Channel letters can be stacked in. I mean, having 50 inches of width is huge.
And having a 3rd truck is going to be real helpful in this case. We got to put one in service that's going to be down for a week or so. We're still able to function out of 2 trucks.
If we say we're going to be there that day, we're going to be there that day.
My goal is to try to build this business to where we have 2 or 3 van ladders and we have a couple of Elliots.
Ultimately, it's about taking care of the customers And bringing this, the van ladder on board, once again gives us more flexibility. All I had to do is make a couple calls to people I knew within our network that have them, and the response overall was, you will not regret this decision.
Van ladder, simplifying sign work.